Hi everyone, I'm Raynell McNeil, Creative Director for Ray Entertainment Design. Here I'm in my wooded area near my home to forage for pine cones for our project of doing the pine cone wreath. You can find these pine cones on the floor of any wooded area. I'm in Georgia, so we have a lot of pine trees. So there are pine cones everywhere. I have gloves on, so make sure if you're foraging that you have gloves on to protect yourself from any insects. Once you've picked enough pine cones for your wreath, you want to put them in a plastic bag, tie them up for about 3 or 4 days, and keep them outside of your home just to ensure that you kill off any insects or termites or anything that may be lurking inside. Happy foraging! Hello everyone, what we're going to do is we're going to put in our pine cones in the oven, and we preheated it for 200 degrees. So you see that we're going to lay this in here. When it gets to 200 degrees, we're going to then put these pine cones in our oven. Now this carrot keeps away any critters or any bugs or anything like that that's in our thing. We'll take that and we'll actually insert that into our oven for about just a little bit over 20 minutes. Oven. So now I'm going to take it and we're going to insert all of our pine cones. Okay, looks like our pine cones are ready to come out. They're nice and open. And that's how you want them, nice and open. Okay? So they are ready to come out. They're nice and open. They're all ready now to come out. And be utilized. So they are all ready to go. Okay, we've killed all of our insects that are in there. Now we have everything ready for our wreath. We are all ready to go. Okay, now we're back in the studio and we're going to put together our pine cone wreath. We've got all our pine cones out of the oven and back into our basket. And now we're going to put together our wreath. First thing you're going to need to have is a skillet. You can use a skillet, and this will help to melt the glue that you're going to need to use for your wreath. Okay, I know you can use hot glue guns, but I like to use Oasis Design Works Hot Melt Pan Glue because it is a very strong bond. Pellets, and you can get a skillet from any local store. And these pellets, now once you use these pellets in the skillet, you won't be able to use it again for anything pertaining to food. But the great thing about these skillets is that you can actually use these for storage. So you can't use too much glue because what happens is once it cools, it stays solid in your skillet. So you can just put this away just like this and heat it up the next time you need it. I'll have a glue gun handy for those tight spaces where I don't want a lot of glue webs on the rest of the pine cones. Of course, you're going to have your pine cones that you've already toasted in the oven and ready to go. And you see how perfect they are. They're actually open really nicely. And again, you know that when pine cones get wet, they close up, but when they dry, they open up really beautifully. So I also like to use the pan melt glue because the surface on the pine cone isn't really a flat surface, but when you use the melted glue, you actually can stick it in there really tightly and just add it to your wreath. So we're going to let that heat up. added more pine cones. Now I'm adding some iridescent acorns to the wreath. I did that by picking them with a plant stake and wrapping the plant stake with brown floral tape. I'm also using a heat gun to get rid of those dreaded glue cobwebs that are caused from taking your pine cone out of the plant pan melt glue and adding them to the wreath. I'm carefully selecting where I want my acorns to go before I actually glue them down, because once you glue them down, that's it, they're permanent. After adding my finishing touches, my wreath is complete. Thanks for joining, and if you like this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification for future videos. I will be giving this wreath away to the lucky winner who's subscribed, hit the notification button to my YouTube, has followed me on Facebook and IG. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Thanks for watching. Until next time.